Okay, so as I mentioned last week, I'm going to go over with you the 3 programs that you absolutely need to have as an indie author. Okay, so I was going to rate them as like my absolute favorite and down, but then I realized I like all of them equally. Like I love all of them equally. So let's go ahead and get started. So, you know how when you read an ebook, via Kindle or whatever, and you're like, wow, the formatting looks so good. How much is this going to cost me to get it to look this nice? The good thing is, with Atticus, you don't have to worry about that. Atticus does it all for you, which is amazing. Now, to transfer your book into Atticus, there's multiple ways of doing it. 2 ways that I've done for sure. You can write in Atticus as you're going, but I don't generally like to do that. But what I use Google Docs, and I will take Google Docs. I would download it from that onto a Word doc and then upload it into Atticus. While Atticus is amazing on formatting and it can make your book look really like professional, like you paid hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands, it is not entirely user-friendly when it comes to taking a Word doc and transferring it into its system by chapters. So what I mean by that is, like, if you have a dual POV book, it will not always make the chapters line up because it'll say like chapter 1, and then the next one might be the character's name, and then it might be a blank where the story actually is. So when it comes to transferring from the Word doc into Atticus, it takes a lot of cleaning up, like a lot of cleaning up. So I've gotten to the point where I don't like cleaning it up that much and going through and making sure every single chapter is there. So what I started doing is I copy paste each chapter into Atticus. And that's helped a lot. So Atticus is very much, it's amazing. Like, honestly, I love it. And I don't pay anybody to format my books. I do it myself. There's a lot of tutorials on Atticus, so when you first get it, there are some quirks to it, especially when it comes to like the page breaks and the design you want. Not page breaks, but scene breaks. There's a little bit of quirks to that, and you kind of have to really like watch some videos on that. Other than that, it's pretty easy to follow, and I absolutely love it. So Atticus is definitely number 1. Number 2. Okay, number 2 is something that I did not have for a long time, and then my writer friends kept talking about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it, and that is Pro Writing Aid. So what is that? Basically, it is like my little writing, like, kind of copy editor as I go. So I can run my book through as a reader view. They call it something else, but I'm calling it like a reader view. Basically, you put your book through the system, okay? Your book's already kind of in there. You can upload it in there. You make it do like a reader view, basically, like how would like a reader feel about this book? And it gives you this breakdown like as a reader review critique. And it's really cool. So it'll tell you like, oh, character this and character that, or it's lacking this or lacking that. And it'll take you like, based on your genre, it'll like give you like a score, which is really helpful, especially like if you're in the alpha and beta phase and you haven't sent it out to anybody and you're kind of not sure how this is going to be like taken. It's a good thing. Now, it can also do a beta review. So I was a little skeptic of this at first because they just came out with this like maybe last year, this little feature. So while my book was at the actual beta readers, I would not use PW like A for my beta or alpha. I would still hire people because at the end of the day, it's still a computer program. Okay, but this was really interesting to me. Okay, so I'll tell you. So I ran my book through as a beta review. Okay, and interestingly enough, it gave me the same feedback that my betas ended up giving to me, which, again, I was not expecting it because I had them reading it at the same time as I put it through the system. Now, to do the beta review on the PWA, it takes about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how long your book is. and it came back with the same exact flaws that my beta reader said. That to me was like insane, because I'm like, wow, this is a pretty advanced program if it's doing that. So yeah, PWA is great. You can also put it through and it can like look for your crutch words. Every author has crutch words. Mine is grin and smile. Not lying. So you can put it through and it'll say, oh, you have this word shows up this many times. And it's pretty cool. So you can kind of do that too. But if you're unsure about sending it to beta readers or whatever else, you can definitely use the PWA to get an idea before you really send it out there, and see what it says. You know, and there's going to be some things that it does not, like, it catches that doesn't make sense. Again, it's a computer program. It's not supposed to be perfect. So some of that stuff I just kind of ignored, and I'm like, yeah, that's a computer program problem. That's not legit. That's not actually there. So yeah. The other thing is that as an indie author, we have to do all of our marketing ourselves. So if you don't have Canva Pro, I suggest you upgrade to that, because Canva Pro is like everything. I do all my marketing video type stuff on it. I do all my posts on it, like marketing posts. I do a lot of things on Canva Pro. So if you do not have Canva Pro, upgrade now. If you do not have Canva, what are you waiting for? You need to go get it and get it now. Because without Canva, a lot of my marketing would not be the way it is. Like, I can go and do that. I also use CapCut. CapCut's good if you want to do like certain like templates, like funny like scenes, and like have your photo or whatever behind it, or do like reader POV, something like that. CapCut's really good too. I love CapCut. That's another one that I use a lot along with Canva when it comes to my with my marketing. So those are like the 4 things like that I constantly use all the time that is very helpful. Again, I don't use Atticus unless it's time to publish a book, but it's still there. It's amazing. It's kind of pricey to some people. That's why I hesitated on buying it for a long time. But then I got it and I'm like, you know what? My book looks a lot better because of this. So it's worth every penny. Pro Writing Aid, same thing. It can be a little pricey, but guess what? It's worth it at the end. So, and I'm very money conscious. So I'm not going to spend it if it's not worth it. And trust me, Canva Pro, Atticus, and PWA, they're worth it. So yeah, if you don't have those programs, or if you're curious about them, Google them. They are definitely worth every penny. Okay, so that is what I've got for this week on the softwares and things that I use. So yeah, next week tune in, because we're going to be talking about tropes, the ones that do and the ones that don't. All right, and if you like what you hear, click subscribe, and I'll see you next week.